Guys, if you want to know the one single offer that helped me sell over $3 million in fitness programs, make sure you listen into the podcast. I'm going to map out what we used, how we turned these leads into clients, and also the exact offer so you can copy, paste, and edit it into your business. Alrighty guys, so today I'm going to cover the offer that sold the clubs that I owned over $3 million in fitness sales in just a couple of years. So the offer that we used was a 28-day challenge. Now, over the 3 years, you can't just run 28-day challenge ads all the time. So I'm going to reference it as a 28-day program. Okay. We called it, 28-day challenge, 28-day fit and fierce, 28-day lean and strong. We had about 60 names that we ran through to make sure that the ads always looked a bit different, but the same offer was always running in the clubs. Now, first of all, you're probably thinking, why would you run the same offer, right? Like, why didn't you rotate through it? And the reason is for simplicity. So, one of the things I believe that if you keep a fitness business simple, which you should, it makes your life easier. It means you can have more time off work, and it means your team can work in a systematic approach, which improves overall performance of your club. So I don't recommend changing offers like you change your undies every single day. Right? You'll run a couple of different challenges through the year. You might do, 2 10-week challenges at certain times, like to start the new year and around winter, right? But apart from that, guys, you want to keep the same offer on repeat, right? So that your team can get in sync. And what I always say is that if business is getting boring, that's usually a good sign because it means you're going into a stage of mastery. And the things that I'm about to share with you, if you imagine if you have to build out all the operation systems, all the sales systems for a different offer, right? That adds complexity and it adds more time to your life, which I don't want. I want you to master one offer, right? And scale that offer to infinity. One offer has a $1 million business, right? You have that one offer and you can scale to $1 million on it, okay? Ours was a 28-day offer, okay? So we priced this between $59 and $199. So when we were first starting, right, we priced it at $59. My sales confidence wasn't high. The teams wasn't high. That was like when we were first starting, we just kind of did it for $59. It was amazing value. Okay. And then over time, as our systems got better, as our brand name got better, and we got more confident, we increased it up to $199. So what the person got during that was unlimited training for 28 days. They could attend all of our classes. They also got meal plans. So at the start, we just kind of had a very basic templated meal plan. And as our business progressed and, I got more advanced, we had, a 28-day vegan meal plan. We had a vegetarian one. We had one for females who want to get leaner, one for males who want to add muscle. We had a lot of different types of meal plans, about 16 of them that we got written by a professional nutritionist. So they're all, covered, they're all standardized. Now, while we're talking about meal plans, the reason why we gave them a meal plan in the first 28 days is because we want their life to be simple, right? You don't want to come in and teach someone how to count macros, count calories in the first 28 days, right? Afterwards, we did. Yes, because we believed in flexible dieting. Okay, whatever your nutrition beliefs, so be it. But we want to keep everything simple in the first 28 days. And I cannot stress that enough. You need the clients to make sure they feel like they're winning during the first 28 days. Not that they're like, oh my God, my trainer sent me this, crazy meal plan. Now I've got to track my calories every day and I got to drink 4 liters of water. And it just becomes overwhelming for them. We also gave them body scans. So within our clubs, we had the InBody 570s. It was actually a bit of a different story, but we were looking to get DEXA machines, right? Because DEXA is absolutely amazing, pretty much a gold standard. But with the radiation and things like that, we couldn't do that. So we pivoted and got InBody scans, and it's absolutely amazing tool to track your clients' results every week. And I know there's maybe some things people think they're inaccurate, and there's a lot of competition out there now as well. But for us, it really, really did the job. So our clients could check in by themselves every single week. They can send that to their coach, and it gave us a good guideline of where they were at. And they also got a coach that was assigned to them during the first 28 days. And I'm going to cover on this a little bit deeper in the podcast. But what you want to do is make sure you have someone who's there as kind of their concierge to help get them amazing results. So they'll be checking with their meal plan, checking how many training sessions they do. We use MyZone in the club. So during the 28-day challenge, they got a free 28-day trial on a MyZone. So we're tracking their maps and their usage and everything like that. And it was this person, this one coach, his role to make sure that that person starts, finishes, and then signs up for our 24-week program after. And we also built in a email sequence, so where they got 2 emails a day. So 2 emails a week, not 2 a day. It would be pretty crazy. No, so they got 2 emails a week. The most important email that you really need to know in a fitness business, and if you haven't, is the welcome email. And then there's an email that comes out with like, what's the next steps to succeed in the program. If you get those two really well and your open rate is really high, it kind of does most of the job. But we systemized our emails. So the first week was like the welcome, how they join the group, where they park. So we had a few parking restrictions in our area, all the info they needed to get the most out of the club and things like that. And then the next one was the information on how they win during the 28-day, experience that they're having with us. Then after that, in week 2, we made sure they got their meal plans and they were really confident on that, and it kind of explained them. And then we covered motivation in week 3, because often people will start a program like spike up and then kind of drop down after 3 weeks. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of clients in your club. It's just very, very common, right? They're all excited, and then after 2 weeks, the kind of excitement all wears off, and they're kind of in their long-term health and fitness, and we're building in habits for them. And then after that, in the last week, was obviously, focusing on long-term results and what they need to do to be healthy for the long run. So that was kind of the nuts and bolts of the program, and it worked incredibly successfully for us. So how we sold that program, okay? So, we'd get our leads on, Instagram, Facebook, wherever it kind of came from, and we would sell this in a consultation. So it'd be a 30-minute face-to-face consultation with our coaches. We'd kind of show them around the club. We had a really cool wall with all our testimonials. We did Polaroids. There's like a couple of hundred of them. So they're like, oh, wow, this place gets really amazing results. And then what we'll do is we'll take the payment. Now, 90% of the time, let's say if I was selling one for $199, 90% of the time would get that payment up front. And that's how we would pitch it as well. It's going, hey, for this program, it's just $199. Would you prefer to pay by Visa or MasterCard, right? Set up their debit. But of course, guys, if someone wanted to pay weekly, that was totally okay, right? Would let them pay like $50 a week. Now, within this consultation, and here's where you have to get it right, because I don't want you to sign people up and then be kind of walking around the shops, right, and see them and be like, oh, hey, like I remember you in my gym and, you kind of did a trial and I never saw you again, right? They kind of ghost you. So what we'll do in that consultation, it's actually called a secret sale, is we would pitch the 24-week program that they were selling them after. So we're like, hey, what happens after the 28-day challenge is you graduate into our 24-week transformation program, which is just $65 per week. So what we'll do today, we'll take the $199 from your account, and then in 28 days, a payment of $130 will come out each fortnight for 12 payments. If you don't want to do that, please let us know and we'll stop your payments. We're actually going to reach out to you every single week to make sure that you're going really well, and also to get confirmation that you want to stay on. So that saves you a lot of admin time, and it means they have to come to you if they don't want to stay on. So then you can obviously objection handle them and kind of reframe them to stay on. Not everyone stays on, right? It's not the point of it, but it gives you a shot at least, so they don't just kind of, do the backdoor shuffle out of your gym, and then you kind of see them one day and you're like, hey, like, where are you? I thought you like disappeared off the face of the earth. Now, another thing that you need to get right in this trial process, right, is you need to close every single week. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And I see it so commonly done incorrectly in the fitness industry, where you'll just wait, right, until week 4 and then call and try and close a person on your 24-week program. So you need to close them every single week. So what we did in our clubs is on Thursday was our closing day. So that's when we're closing all the trials. Because if we didn't get onto them, Then we could contact them on Friday to see how they're enjoying the program. We have like exact scripts and everything like this. It's all in our inner circle program if you want to learn exactly how to do this stuff. But we would close on a Thursday and then follow up on a Friday. So that means that we knew our sales stats. We had commitments from people in week 1, week 2, week 3, depending if they needed to see more and kind of where they were at. Right. And the simple question we'll ask is like, we'll go, hey, you're doing really well, cover over their stats. How are you finding everything? And we'll just ask this simple question. Have you seen enough to get started in our 24-week transformation program? Then pause, right? See what they say. They might be like, what's a cost? They might bring up things like, and just little questions so you can overcome them. You want to get these questions and their concerns out early. And if they're like, hey, I'm a little bit unsure, we'll simply ask this question, like, what would you need to see over the last 2 weeks of your trial to be like 100% in on this 24-week transformation? Right. And they just tell you, this is what I need to see, this is what I need to do. And then you can make them a game plan on it. And it's a very, very simple procedure to do. So the way that we did this is the managers in our club, they looked after all the trial sales. Okay. So there was one person looking after it. So that way we can teach them the scripts, we can control them. They're looking after, maybe 20, 30, 40 people at a time, but their sole role and one of their key performance indicators is how many people who are starting a trial are signing up to our 24-week program. And that would be your trial to, full price sale conversion rate. So then we can train those people really, really highly. And they have, whilst the managers have multiple focuses, one of their main focuses is to make sure that the people within our trials having amazing experience and staying on. Now, guys, I've learned a lot, like over the last, couple of years. And the only thing that I would change about that whole system that worked really, really well for us is with everything that happened in coronavirus this year, we realized that cash is king, that cash is absolute king. So cash that you have today is better than cash that you're going to collect over the next 24 weeks. So what I would do if I had my time again, instead, when they say they want to commit to the 24-week, transformation program, I would give them 2 options, right? I would give them a 30% discount if they wanted to pay upfront for that, right? So then I collect the cash, or I would let them roll on to their normal debits. Now, one of my friends in the inner circle actually does it quite well and a little bit differently, right? And what he does is if they pay up front is he actually gives them 6 weeks of extra training, kind of like the same way, just a little bit of a different way to go about it. But that's how I would do it. I would give them 2 options when they say they want to commit. One, an upfront option with a 30% discount, because I want to collect that cash. And the other option would be just the way we did it for many, many years, where you can collect those fortnightly debits ongoing. So guys, that's our offer. And I want you to just have a think here. Like, you've listened to this podcast and thank you so much for listening. But you're thinking here, what do I do from here? Because you want that high 6-figure or 7-figure business. What you need to do from here is to create your unique mechanism. It might be a 28-day like me, or it might be a 21-day, or it might be a 6-week, like a couple of my friends run, right? What is your unique mechanism, and how are you going to own the market with that offer? And how are you going to systemize it so that everyone in your business can sell your offer? Because that was one of our true secrets to success, that all our staff could sell it. There wasn't just one salesperson within the business. And then you can start to build out the emails and the sequences and what the customer journey looks like once you have that unique mechanism. Guys, if you'd like ever any help on this, I'd love to have you in my inner circle program. It all covers marketing and sales to help you grow to a high 6-figure or 7-figure business. And guys, if you got a little bit of value from this podcast, I'd love if you share it with another friend within the fitness industry. My aim is to help as many people as I can who own gyms across the world. And I'd really, really appreciate that. So guys, thank you for tuning in today. If you have any questions, please reach out to me anytime. Probably the best place to find me is Gym Growth with Jimi Pomponio, which is just a group on Facebook. Thank you, guys.